Hello all, welcome to second session of file handling in Python. The tell methods tell you the current position within the file. We know while we execute read or write method, the file pointer points to the first position. So while traversing each and every characters or bytes in the file position may vary. So the tell method tells you the current position within the file. The seek method with two parameters offset, from changes the current file position. The offset argument is to indicate the number of bytes to be moved. The from argument specifies a reference point from which bytes are to be moved. If from is set to 0, it is meant that we are moving from the beginning of the file. 1 means use a current position as a reference position, and a from is set to 2, then enter file would be taken as the reference position to be moved. So we are telling about two methods on the slide, tell method and seek method. Tell methods tells the current position within the file, whereas a seek method helps to change the current position of the file. An example. In this example, we are first opening a file in R+ mode, that is file is open for both reading and writing. And in the next statement, I am reading first 20 bytes. If it is if the contents is the form of string, it will read first 20 characters. And in next statement, the red string will be displayed. So we'll get red string as welcome to Python PR, since these are the first 20 characters or first 20 bytes in the file. And in second set of statements are used to retrieve the file position. Tell method will return the current position, and we know the current position file will be pointing to 20th character. So the current position will be returned, and in next print statement it will be displayed. Now we are repositioning the file pointer to the beginning of the file once again. For that I am using seek method, where the first parameter is 0. 0 means it will point to the first character or 0th position of the file. And the second parameter 0 means that I am changing the position from beginning of the file. Then in the next statement, I am again attempting to read first 10 bytes from the file, and the red content is again displayed using a print statement. So we can again see that the reading starts from the beginning. But after the first read, the position of the file was on the 20th position. Once the file operation is done, we can close the file using close method. So this is a program which uses the concept of seek and tell method. Tell method is used to retrieve the current position of the file pointer, whereas seek method is used to change the position or reposition the file pointer. Now we can see methods for renaming a file and deleting a file. For this in Python, there is an OS module which provides method to perform file processing operations like renaming a file, deleting a file from a folder, etc. So in order to use this module, first you need to import OS module to your program first. Then you can call the related functions as shown below. os.rename is used to rename a file, whereas os.remove is to remove or delete a file from a folder or from the system memory. The rename method accepts two parameters, original file name followed by new file name, whereas remove method accepts one parameter, the file name of the file that is to be removed. So we'll see with an example. In order to import OS module, the statement used in Python is import followed by the module name. Similar to we are importing math and all, import math. Like that we can import the OS module, import OS. And with the help of this OS module, we can call the method os.rename. Rename method is used to rename a file, Whereas in order to delete a file from the folder, we are using remove method. Is.remove will remove a particular file from the folder or from the system. So what will happen when we execute is.rename? Is.rename has two parameters. First parameter is which file is to be renamed, and what is the new name is the second parameter. So here I am renaming file1.txt to what? testsam.txt in the first statement. And in the second statement, I am renaming it back to original name, testsam.txt to file1.txt. And the remove method will permanently remove a file from system memory. For that, we are using the method is.remove followed by file name as parameter. The print statement will just display a message that one file is removed. So output of this program will be like this. Only a print statement showing one file removed is used in the program. So that will be displayed. But in this program, we are renaming file1.txt to testsam.txt initially. And we are renaming back testsam.txt to file1.txt. And we are removing a file test1.txt. So once we go and look in the folder, test1.txt will not appear in the folder again once it is removed. So initially there was test1.txt in my folder, and after execution of this program, you can see that that file is not present anymore here. After test, some other files are present, but test1.txt is removed from the working folder. So as an example showing rename and remove, and the parameters for rename is, I'm repeating once again, renaming is two parameters, the original file name followed by what name it is to be replaced, and remove method has one parameter, the file name of the file to be removed. Now we will see methods to manipulate directories with the help of Python methods. The OS module has several methods that help you to create, remove and change directories. You can use of mkdir method of the OS module to create directories in the current directory. You need to supply an argument to this method which contains the name of the directory to be created. You can use chdir method to change the current directory. Again, the chdir method takes an argument which is the name of directory that you want to make the current directory. So we are discussing two methods in the slide. mkdir which helps to make a directory, chdir which helps to change the directory. Both accepts a single parameter, and these two methods are also part of OS module in Python. There are few more methods. See in the next slide. The get cwd method displays the current working directory, whereas rmdir method deletes a directory which is passed as an argument in the method. But before removing a directory, all the contents in it should be removed. Then only this rmdir method works well. Here's an example. In order to import OS module, the statement used is import OS. To create a directory, what's the method? os.mkdir followed by directory name to be created. In order to change current directory, os.chdir. So the new current directory will be new dir. Now to get the current working directory, the method used is os.getcwd. Now to remove a directory, the method used is os.rmtir. So here the test directory will be removed from the system memory. Now we can see another example. To copy contents of a file to another file. Python program for copying contents of one file to a new file. For that, I'm asking user to input a source file name, whereas in the second statement asking user to enter the destination file name. And with the help of these user inputted file names. Here, so source file name and destination file name is asked by the user to input, and those are accepted as file1.txt and file2.txt in this example. And the source file is asked to be opened in the read mode, and the destination file is to be asked to open in the write mode. So contents of the source file will be copied to this destination file after the execution of this program. For this, from the source file, I am reading each and every lines of the source file line by line. For that, readLines method is used. So till the end of file, each line in the source file will be read, and each line will be read in each iteration to this variable, line variable. Once it is read inside the for loop, it is written to the destination file. We know the file point of the destination file is fw.write, the contents read from the source file. So once this for loop's execution is over, all the contents from the source file will be read and be returned to the destination file. After this, we have nothing to do with both files, so we can close the file pointers of read file and the source file and the destination file. So we know that both the contents of file1.txt were copied to file2.txt. A new file, file2.txt, will be created in the memory, and the contents from file1.txt will be copied to file2.txt. That is how file copy works. Now I'll see another example. To count the occurrence of each word in a file. We have done this program without using file. Now we are using the concept of file also in this program. Here comes the program. Here I'm asking user to enter a file name. And in the next statement, we are opening the file in the read mode. Okay, same concept is used here. We are creating a dictionary to store key value pairs. Key will be the word and value will be number of times word occurred in that particular file. And this for loop is used to traverse through each and every word in the file. We will read contents of file, and for each word in the file, if the file is not there in the dictionary, same concept is used. If the file is not there in the dictionary, we will add that key plus count as 1 or value as 1 to the dictionary. If the word already present in the dictionary, then we will update the value. Dict of word will be already there in the dictionary, so we'll just update the count by incrementing its value by 1. And outside the for loop, we are just displaying the contents of the created or updated dictionary. After this file operation is done, so we are closing the file pointer using the method fr.close. So the same method is used as used earlier. The difference is here. We have to open the file in read mode, and we have to read the contents of file before using what method? Split method. Only here comes the difference. The rest part is already the program discussed in previous lectures. So the output will be like this. We'll ask the user to enter a file name, and these much words were there, and their counts are shown on the right side. So same program to count the occurrence of each word in the file, file1.txt. Here I'm introducing a with statement. With the help of with statement also we can open a file. With open a file name, comma, we can even specify the mode, read, write, etc. as file. And once it is open, you can read the content or do something with the data. Here's an example showing the use of with statement. Reverse the order of lines in a file. So initially our file contains this welcome to Python program at the first statement. We are just reversing the order of lines. The last line becomes a first line. Second line becomes a second last line, and so on. So you're asking user to enter a file name, and we are calling a method file back using that parameter of file name. We are opening the file in read mode, and once it is opened to a variable list, we are reading lines of the file opened in read mode. And now we are reversing. List.reverse will reverse the lines in the variable list. Then we are opening the file again in the write mode and writing the lines from list to this opened file in the write mode. So this program will give an output like this. We will see one more example in this lecture, that is to delete a line with a word from the file. We'll ask user to enter a file name and to enter a word. If this word is present in any line in the file, that line will be removed from that file. We are using the concept of methods also here, or functions here. We are calling the function with these two parameters, file name and word. And in the function, the file is initially opened in the read mode. Now we are opening another file, new1.txt, in the write mode in the next statement. While true, this loop will execute while the value is true. We are reading each and every line from the file which is opened in the read mode. And we are checking few conditions. We are checking if not line. If it is not a line, we are asking to break from the while loop. Else if word and line. If it is a word, we can pass. Do nothing. Else what we have to do? If it is a line, we are writing that particular line to this new file open, new file dot write line. Once execution of while loop is over, what we are doing? F4 dot close. And we are closing new file dot close. We will remove os.remove str. We'll remove that file from the memory. And now we are renaming the new file with str. So this str will contain what? The content based on this problem. How can we say that? If it is not line, we are quitting. That means we are traversed to entire file. Nothing, and there is nothing to be done. So we can exit from the while loop. If the word is there in this particular line, that is, you have asked user to enter a word which is passed to this parameter. If the word is present in the line, means you are asking the Python interpreter to do nothing using the pass statement. Otherwise, if the word is not present, what you can do? You can write that particular line to the new file. So actually, with the help of a new file, we are removing the contents from the original file. And we will remove the original file from the memory using os.remove method. For that, we have imported os module. Once the original file with the file name contained in this str variable is removed, we are replacing the new file with the name new.txt with our original file name, so that our original file name contains the content with this particular word which we are supposed to remove is removed. We'll see the output now. User is asked to enter the file name, enter the word Python. So after the execution, initially the file contains content, welcome to Python program, let us enjoy Python, Python is fun, let us try. After the execution of program, there is only one content in the file. What is that content? Let us try. Why? Every other sentences or line contain the word Python. So these three lines are removed from the file and only one more line in the file, which is let us try. So that is the end of this program. With this, we are winding up this lecture. Thank you.